The guests are arriving. Everyone please take your seat and maintain the decorum. And I'm honored to take on the role of a host for this delightful afternoon. On behalf of the Rotaract,
Vivek Deshpande. Rotarian Vivek Deshpande sir has pursued BE in Mechanical Engineering from VRC College, which is now VNIT, and has done schooling from Hadis High School. He is registered with the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and is currently associated with six companies. So, with a big round of applause, please welcome on stage Mr. Vivek Deshpande sir.
Good old days, it used to be like Diwali when you get new clothes to buy for yourself. So I used to go with my parents to any of the shops. तब ऐसे तो retail shops तो हुआ नहीं करते थे. You have to go there. The salesman will show you this is available, whatever you like. The first question the salesman used to ask कि क्या range का बताऊँ? क्या range का बताऊँ? That again used to hit me. Who is he to decide my range? If I like something and I am able to afford, I will buy it. Otherwise, I will just keep it aside. But let me not strip down by in front of a salesman by asking or by giving my own range of affordability. So these things I personally feel gave me a particular kick in my mind that I have to come out this syndrome of affordability. I should be able to afford everything, whatever I like in my life. and this limits of affordability should be broken for all the time. That might have shaped my future career in terms of creating something or creating wealth for self and वो आगे की story है we'll just go through it and leave it. Okay.
Yes, sure. Sir, tell us about your college days and how was your friendship with kids then?
Yeah. So while I was in the school, again as I said, my father was with the irrigation department, and that time a lot of private colleges were coming up, and every student was looking for engineering as their basic career. So I was also looking for being an engineer. वो तो मैंने 9th 10th में सोच लिया था कि I will become a mechanical engineer only. But my father is always used to tell me कि if you want to become an engineer, you will have to study hard because I won't be able to again afford the fees for a private engineering college. So you have to earn marks, good marks. So then you get admission in that time only reality was the only college which had the lowest regular fees. 360 rupees per year was my fees, which I had paid that time to become an engineer. So that was the affordability which was available. But by the time I thought I studied hard because that was my goal to get entry into a good institute so that the foundation becomes very strong. So I studied really hard. My goal was that time अभी जो different types of entrance exams CET वगैरह होता है that time only 12th का PCM was the deciding factor where you get the admission. By the grace of God, I studied hard and I received 97, 97, 97 in my PCM. And I got, though a lot of merit students could not score that much of PCM, I got the mechanical engineering branch in VNIT. While the first year of doing my engineering, I came across Kirit Joshi, who is my co-founder and partner in the company now. ऐसा होता है कभी कभी कि दोस्त मतलब मिलते ही connect with friends and become friends. It just happened like that, and we became friends. We tried to find out. Luckily, मुझे ऐसा लगा कि we were like-minded in terms of our goals of life. That's why we thought कि चलो दोस्ती करते हैं, ऐसे हमारी दोस्ती हो गई. But during that time, as I said, there were a lot of private engineering colleges which didn't have good professors to teach the students. At the same time, most of the students used to come from UP and Bihar. एंड उन लोगों को बड़ा अच्छा दहेज मिल जाता था अगर वो इंजीनियरिंग की डिग्री लेके जाते थे यहाँ से. तो अनफॉर्चुनेटली वो बच्चे बहुत फेल होते थे. Either their capability was not there or they were not good having good teachers to teach them. So we thought first year में मैंने खुद अभी तुमको तो सारे को पता है इंजीनियरिंग ड्राइंग was the tough and engineering mechanics was the toughest. I don't know whether FL Singer is still used for engineering mechanics, but FL Singer is the book I challenge each one of you. You should try it once. Then to understanding how a subject can be made tough. 90% of the students of first year engineering used to fail in FL Singer engineering mechanics. We thought चलो इसकी ट्यूशन लेके पढ़ा देते हैं. तो ट्यूशन ली, बिहारी यूपी वालों को पढ़ाया, 3-4 बच्चे जो 5 साल से फेल हो रहे थे वो पास हो गए. But then we thought this is not a scalable solution. We cannot become teachers to everybody and start teaching. That's why we thought let's find out another way. And we founded a solution of that FL Singer. तो हम 3-4 दोस्तों ने मिला के वो पूरा बुक सॉल्व किया, उसका साइक्लोस्टाइल नोट्स बनाई और वो मार्केट में बेचना शुरू किया. That was the first beginning of Vivek and Kirit, the VK publishers. That's how we started our business in the year second year of our engineering college.
This is very interesting, sir. Sir, what made you choose to go towards entrepreneurship and what college has contributed to your career?
To be frank, whenever we say colleges do not contribute directly, colleges always contribute indirectly. बच्चों को ये होता है कॉलेज ने क्या किया मैंने किया जो भी किया, ऐसा नहीं होता. There are so many things, small things. It's not only the education that we get from the college. There are like this particular program you are taking my interview. You are learning different skills which are not taught by your college, but you are getting this opportunity in this particular premises. So you are gaining this knowledge out of your college only. Colleges definitely give a lot of inputs. It is up to the students to pick up from. Right? Opportunities are available. It's only for the students to pick up. So, because my own childhood was like that, and there was an urge, जिसको बोलते हैं ना फायर इन द belly, कि जो अंगारा बोलते हैं वैसा टाइप की थी कि पैसे कमाए जाए. We have to come out that syndrome of affordability. तो कैसे आएंगे? तो अफोर्डेबिलिटी से बाहर निकलना है तो पैसे कमाने पड़ेंगे. पैसे कमाने हैं तो अच्छा बड़ी गाड़ी होनी चाहिए, बड़ा सा बंगला होना चाहिए. ये करने के लिए तो पैसे कमाने पड़ेंगे. वो नौकरी पेशे में तो हो नहीं सकते हैं. And I personally found myself not fit to be a person who can be excelling in a particular job or a particular domain. Same was with grit. So we thought, let's do something together. But we, both of them of us were from first gen, business family से कोई था नहीं. हमारे both of our parents were working class. So there were a lot of issues while we were to maintain our decision of going into business. But there was a lot of pressure from our families कि नहीं तुम पहले एक बार job कर लो, go to one particular job, work there for at least 2 hours, try and identify how an organization works, how different departments are there. You want to build one organization tomorrow, so you should learn how an organization is, and that you cannot learn from outside. You have to go there to learn. That's how it happened, and we went to a job first.
Audience, please maintain the deck. Am I not? Please maintain the decorum. Sir, most of the people are opinionated that we should keep professional and personal life separate. How much do you agree with this?
Yeah, it is definitely mandatory in life that you should keep these things separate. But for a person who is working in a company, like people who are doing job, they can very easily define their work time and home time or personal time. People like us, like when we started our factory and our business, it becomes mandatory to do each and every role. If everybody thinks of doing something like entrepreneurship, you should be ready to work for all, from the CEO to the peon. Each and every job you should be ready to do. So by doing all this spectrum of jobs, it becomes very difficult to keep these separate. So many times it happens that you have to bring your professional life into your personal life. There becomes a very difficult to bifurcate these two things. But ideally speaking, after you grow to a particular level in business or in enterprise, it becomes easier. It depends on personal choice whether you want to keep it separate or not. I have tried always to keep it separate. I don't bring any work to my home. I keep it as professional work, which is to be done in the working hours of business, and personal life to be enjoyed after that.
Sir, what does a typical workday of a CEO looks like?
To be frank, it depends on CEOs how they want to work. See, my definition of working as a CEO is I should be free completely. I should not work at all because I have to delegate everything to the team below. See, when it comes to a particular saying or human resource, I personally believe one particular statement which is very, very important. Everybody should listen to this. When a man's job grows beyond his capacity, his success depends on his ability to multiply himself through other people. Correct? So, if I am able to, I can try to create more and more Vivek Deshpandes, if not 100%, 25%, 30%, 50%, 60%. If they are able to work on my behalf and perform the duties, I should only monitor. Right? So, as a CEO, I have to just only when there is a fire, I should be able to intervene. Otherwise, no. I should not be able to put in my efforts. Definitely, where I have, as a CEO, I have to grow the business, right? The responsibility in that particular chair is different. I have to look at futuristic approach, right? Where the business, the products, the marketing side, or all other aspects, competition, new things. What so all these things depend on me to take care of, right? So this is how a particular day begins. But as you are asking me, if you everybody wants to say, typical day starts for me is every day early morning 6:30. I get up. I make my own tea for me, for my wife and my mother-in-law. We have tea in the morning, listening to classical music, half an hour. Then I go to my gym, work for 1 hour, 1.5 hours, come back home, have my breakfast, go to my office around 10 o'clock, spend the whole day in the office. There are, even if we say that people are there to work their job, but there are different types of fires at different departments, different levels, different customers, it happens. Every day there is a new problem. And if you are not facing a new problem every day, you are not working. That's how it is. So I generally take 6:30 as my day off, come home, spend my time with my family. All four of us, we never watch any TV, any series, anything. We spend one hour or 1.5 hours after my dinner sitting, chit chatting, discussing how we spent the day, what we can do for tomorrow, like that, and go to sleep at 11. Before sleeping, I just make it a habit to read something for half an hour. That's how the day is.
Sir, I have heard that you like to listen Bengali music also. Is that
Bengali music, not very typical, but see, because we are connected to Ramakrishna Mutt since my childhood, and Swami Vivekananda is the idol for me. And through that, it happens that some bhajans or something like that, which are from that side, because Ramakrishna Sardama and Swamiji belong to Bengal, so that type of music. But generally, I like classical, and also it's not only classical. I also listen to even Arjit Singh. I also listen to Michael Jackson. I listen to everybody. Even तुम्हारा आपका वो क्या है? बिल्लो, एक भी दिल लो, वो भी सुनता हूँ.
Sir, as you are connected with Ramakrishna Paramahansa Math, so do you believe that spiritual growth and financial success coexist? If so, how do you promote this belief within your organization?
See, I personally do believe very strongly that every person must have a guru in life. There should be some spiritual inclination for each and every person. It is not because of any type of success, but it is to take care of the failures. Right? You have to have somebody to lean to. Spirituality gives you a lot of inner strength, which helps you in your bad times. So, I have experienced it even recently and throughout my life. But the biggest calamity of my life that I had faced when there was a big fire in our factory 3 years ago, and whatever we had created for 25 years just got to fire within in front of our eyes. It was a loss more than 100 crores, which happened within few hours. One evening, just 4 o'clock, I hear the fire alarm going on. We came out. Luckily, there was not a single casualty, in spite of 600 people working in the factory that day. But all the material, raw material, finished goods, machines, buildings, everything was got into fire. So, वो सब्सिडी का काट सांप काटता है ना एकदम वो उधर से 99 से 0 का ऐसा वैसा टाइप का. So everybody was puzzled, अरे अब ये क्या करेंगे? Everybody thought कि ये तो काम से ये कंपनी डूब गई. But then it came as a strength. When you know that you are not the creator of this, why should you worry about it? Somebody else is sitting there working. You are just a medium who has helped to create this. So अगर वो करते ने वो करवा दिया वो ही करेगा फिर से. So we have to have that trust that if something that is being done, you are only a medium and you are not the creator. Creator is sitting there. Everything goes well. And by the grace of God, again we are back to normal. And just to tell you, we haven't yet received single penny from the insurance claim as yet out of that 100 crores. But we are back to normal. We are working. What we were working before 3 years, our turnover has again regained the same numbers, and we are growing fast. So it is again the same thing. If I say I created, no, it is created by me. That's how it is. So now everybody can take it as per his own convenience. People may feel like मैंने किया है, पर मैंने कोई भरोसा नहीं होता. कौन है, कहाँ है, दिखाओ. So it's a personal choice. We cannot give this as a rule to anybody. Everybody has to experience it and decide on his own. But it is definitely very, very helpful. That's what I can tell.
Yes, sir, definitely. So, as you just said that you have had the demise of the factory. Oh my God, am I audible properly? So, so how did you manage and adapt to changes in the business environment and industry trends after this?
Yeah. Again, I would say I find myself very, very lucky. In the sense, all of you know that in business there is always a competition. You have umpteen number of competitors who are there to fight with you. But this story of mine goes to a particular big awestruck situation wherein when we were completely gutted with fire, we didn't have any machines, any material, or any place to work. I got opportunity from all my competitors who came forward and offered their factories to send my people, my material, and use their machines. So in Nagpur, we had around 5 to 6 places of our competitors where we sent our people. Even place like Pune, I sent 100 people to a factory where my people were staying in a hostel. That company used to manufacture their operations for the first shift from second shift 3:30 to early morning 6 o'clock. My team used to work and take out their production and supply to the market. So this is a very big change, and this is, I would say, one of the biggest achievement of Space Food, that the competition also trusted us and they offer. Nobody, I personally feel this kind of example is very rare to find. That competitors coming forward and offering their factories to work for a big competitor who is there, who has lost their assets. There were definitely few of them who were showing our videos to big clients and showing and telling them that this company won't be able to suffice your requirements. आपका order खत्म हो जाएगा, ये दे नहीं पाएंगे, so you should give that order to us. There were cases also, but many of the cases are of this side where who supported us and helped us to grow out of this. But there were a lot of also other situations wherein I would see that competitors or suppliers or vendors or friends, even I don't know whether you have read one friend of ours with whom we are doing business for the past more than 15 years from Europe. He's from Italy. He sent his one big machine free of cost for us from there, which is still running for the last 3 years in my company. So that kind of gestures came forward, which is the real wealth we felt that we have created over the period.
And sir, I have heard in one of your interview that those who are working with you from your second year, while you have opened this company, are still working with you now. Those 25 people.
Yeah, they are still working. Well,
What?
few of them got retired, but otherwise they would have still continued to work with us. See, basically these are all the people whom जब हमने फैक्ट्री शुरू किया ना, that time it was a rented premises, not bigger than this small piece of land was there, and people were not there to work for. So where to get the people from? I didn't have any experience. So what I used to do, big companies like Mahindra and Mahindra, VIP Industries, casual laborers used to sit outside the company every day morning looking for a job. If they get the job, they are called inside and they got. I used to go on my bike and request them कि भाई तुम daily job ढूंढ रहे हो, I will give you monthly job, come to me. तो मैं बाइक पे बिठा बिठा के ऐसे बच्चे लेके आता था जो मेरे उम्र के ही थे. तो ऐसे लोगों को मैंने जाके उनको को मैंने मशीन सिखाई and they learned whatever skills they have now. I only taught them. So it was like they continued to work, they had nowhere to go. So ऐसे मेरे पास में करीब 20-25, even 25, more than 25 years people are working with us. Even in the case of fire when it happened 3 years ago, we did not fire anybody. Not a single employee was asked to leave. And people still, not from the junior most worker level, but up to the senior most management top, nobody left us. They still continue to work.
So हमें हमें ये क्वालिटी है वही बहुत बड़ी बात हो जाएगी आज के सेशन के बाद. So what derives you to satisfaction after your journey of close to 30 years into business?
Satisfaction तो जब शुरू हुआ था तब as I said I wanted to break the boundaries and that circle of affordability. But हमेशा ऐसा लगता है कि गाड़ी हो जाए, बंगला हो जाए, लोगों को देखने वालों को ऐसा लगता है कि कुछ ही है, ये बारात में हो गया. ये सब बातें बकवास होती है. मुझे ऐसा अचीवमेंट लगता है. Once you possess, जैसे iPhone 15 आया क्या, अरे लेना है लेना है लेना है. जिस दिन iPhone 15 तुमने ले लिया उसकी वैल्यू 0 हो जाती है. ठीक है. It's all so these all physical possessions are there which actually don't give the happiness. The real happiness which I personally feel is a small story I can tell you. जब मैंने शुरू किया था तब स्लाइड तुमको दिखा ना, फोटो तुमने रिसेप्शन में देखा होगा, एक फोटो लगा हुआ है. When we started our factory in a rented premises, there are 15-20 people we were standing with. तो उस फैक्ट्री के सामने एक और she must be knowing अतुल and विपुल भाई की फैक्ट्री थी and all the bikes used to be there in a queue. और मेरे फैक्ट्री के सामने all the cycles used to be there in the queue. और मेरी अकेले की बाइक हुआ करती थी. तो मैं वो उसी स्टेयर पर बैठ के सोचता था कि मेरे यहाँ कब बाइक की लाइन लगेगी इस तरीके से. आज तो सारे सब मेरे यहाँ जितने भी एम्प्लॉय सारे साइकिल पे आते हैं, मैं अकेला बाइक पे आता हूँ. तो ऐसा सोचता था मैं. बट आज जब मैं देखता हूँ तो मेरे यहाँ कार पार्किंग के लिए भी जगह नहीं बची है. कम से कम 50-100 तो कार होती है और बाइक की तो गिनती है. कोई शोरूम में बता दो मेरे को इतनी बाइक नहीं होगी नागपुर में जितनी मेरे यहाँ होती है. कम से कम 400 से 500. That gives the biggest satisfaction. कि जो मैंने किया वो आज इस लेवल पे आया. That gives the real satisfaction and happiness than owning your own car like a Mercedes or owning your own bungalow. तो शुरू होता है इन चीजों से, but culminate इन बातों में होता है. That's all. So, basically, I feel, friends, I personally trust in one particular shlok, which is Karmanyavadikaraste ma Kaleshu Kadachan. So everybody has to put in a lot of hard work towards whatever goals they set without expecting for the returns of that particular. If you have trust in yourself towards achieving whatever you aim for or aspire for, you have to put in humongous amount of efforts and hard work. There is no second substitute to hard work. Hard work करना ही पड़ता है, उसके सिवा कुछ नहीं होता. तो मैं मेरी स्टोरी से रिलेट करना तो बहुत लंबी बात होगी. रेशल की स्टोरी तुम्हारे सामने है. The amount of hard work she has put in over the period, वो you can relate to it because she is amongst you. मेरी स्टोरी 25 साल पुरानी, 30 साल पुरानी है. तो you might have doubts कि अरे उस टाइम पे एनवायरनमेंट कैसा सब होगा, सर्कमस्टेंसेस कैसे हुए होंगे, है ना. ये तो सामने बैठे हैं, ये इसके साथ क्या सर्कमस्टेंसेस है वो हर कोई you can share. So it's always a learning process. I also learn from her. You must, because you will be able to relate and learn lot of things. I have also learned. Last 10 किलोमीटर उसने पंक्चर साइकिल चला के निकाली है. So it's a big thing. That shows नेवर टू डाई एटीट्यूड. आज हमारे अभी आई एम जस्ट कमिंग फ्रॉम अ मैच, फाइनल मैच हुई थी. 78 रन्स इन 8 ओवर्स फाइनल टीम को बनाने थे. उन्होंने 5 ओवर में खुद 30 रन बना दिए. 58 रन्स इन 4 ओवर्स, 3 ओवर में चाहिए. फिर भी दे लॉस्ट विद ओनली 3 रन्स. Otherwise, अगर देवर सी everything is here. If you make that as a priority, you can achieve any damn thing. So यहाँ प्रायोरिटी बनाओ तो सब कुछ अचीवेबल है, ऐसा मुझे लगता है.
True. I agree, sir. Can you tell us your journey of Rotary? As we are Rotaractors, we are very interested to know your journey.
Yeah, basically when I got married, my wife's cousin, he asked me to join Rotary, or because I was in Hadas High School, we had a Rotary hall in the school. So I had some brief of what exactly they do. I never knew it, but I thought कि let us have something outside our own circle. तो हमारे जो रेगुलर रोजमर्रा के दोस्त हैं, जो प्रोफेशनल सर्कल है, उससे हटके we get an opportunity to connect with. At the same time, you get an opportunity to work for the society. There is an obligation with each and every one to give back to the social cause. So I thought this is a very good opportunity, and I must get connected with the Rotary Club. So I was invited to join. I joined, and initially it was a 30-40 member club. So it was a very good and nice cohesive bonding, wherein all the families were mingling together. We were all young people that time. Our kids were small, so everybody got so close that out of Rotary, I got so many friends who not only became just friends but also supported in my business activity, in my professional circle. मेरा जो सबसे अच्छा दोस्त रोटरी में बना, उसने मेरे घर का आर्किटेक्चर किया. उसने आज जो today we had faced that fire, and the thing which we were able to come out was the investment I made with him 15 years, 20 years ago, which has repaid me such a huge profits, which I could sell that land and put in my factory to bring it back to glory. That's how the Rotarian and the Rotary friends could help me. So it's immense important to connect with this kind of movement wherein you get multifaceted, I would say, benefits out of this particular thing. That's how it is.
Interesting. Now I open the stage for all audience. If you have any questions.
Yes.
Great session, sir. I have one question. You mentioned that sometimes in business your professional and personal life gets merged. What to do then when it gets merged, and then like sometimes even as students, now we are working in a fest, the people who are working under a staff tents, and then when the personal and professional life gets merged, then it is difficult to come out of it. So what is your suggestion?
So that's what I said initially. When you are in the initial phase of business or entrepreneurship, ये नखरा नहीं कर सकता कोई, है ना? वे नखरे बाद में चालू होते हैं. Then again the affordability comes up. When you are able to dedicate or delegate your job to other people who can take care of it in your absence, then only it is possible. Initially 5, 10, 15 साल तो तुम you cannot divide your life at all. आप सोते हो तो भी वही सोचते हो, उठते हो तो भी वही करते हो. So it's not possible initially. After a particular level, then you can enjoy this luxury, I would say.
Thank you.
So you have 30 years of experience being an entrepreneur. So if you can just sum it up into an advice for a young person who is just getting his hand dirty.
I leave that particular job to you, because अगर तुमने आधे घंटे में सुना है बात, and if you don't pick up the points from it, I cannot spoon feed you. I'll tell you a story. 3 दोस्त थे. 3 दोस्तों को जाना था मुंबई. एक ने बोला मैं बाय रोड जाऊंगा बस पकड़ के. एक ने बोला मैं तो रेलवे में जाऊंगा. तीसरा बोला मैं फ्लाइट से जाऊंगा. तीनों का डेस्टिनेशन था मुंबई. फ्लाइट तो इतनी डिले हो गई, फॉग हो गया, दिल्ली में फॉग था, फ्लाइट कैंसिल. ये बंदा पहुंच ही नहीं पाया. उसने कसम खा ली कि मैं मुंबई नहीं जाऊंगा. या मैं फ्लाइट से कभी जाऊंगा ही नहीं। जो रोड से गया उसका चक्का 3 बार पंक्चर हो गया, उसको बीच में डकैत मिल गए, उनसे फाइट करनी पड़ी, उसके पास जो भी था सामान सब चोरी हो गया। ट्रेन वाला बराबर टाइम पे निकली और टाइम पे पहुंच गया। उसका लाइफ प्रिंसिपल बन गया कि ट्रेन जर्नी इज ऑलवेज द बेस्ट। उसको लगा रोड जर्नी तो करनी ही नहीं चाहिए, पैसे लुट जाते हैं। सो दो द डेस्टिनेशन इज द सेम, एवरीबॉडी हैज टू गो थ्रू वेरियस टाइप्स ऑफ एक्सपीरियंसेस। तो मेरा एक्सपीरियंस तुम्हारा एक्सपीरियंस नहीं हो सकता कॉमन, गोल सेम हो सकता है, एक्सपीरियंसेस कॉमन नहीं हो सकते। यू हैव टू पिक अप पॉइंट्स। अच्छा, अगर मैं बार रोड जा रहा हूं ना तो डकैत से संभाल कर रहूंगा, तो कुछ चाकू छुए तो मैं साथ में रख लूं। दैट्स हाउ यू हैव टू लर्न एंड गेन द एक्सपीरियंस फॉर योर ओन सेक। नोबडी कैन स्पून फीड। थैंक यू सर। हाउ डू यू डिफाइन स्पिरिचुअलिटी? Spirituality is different kinds for each and everybody. For me, ये ज़्यादा ठंडा नहीं हो रहा? So, the spirituality what I believe into, and my idol is like Swami Vivekananda, who used to believe that instead of going to a temple and praying there, better to go for a volleyball match and play volleyball. So basically it is the meaning of this is कि मंदिर जाना बेकार है और खेलते रहो, ऐसा नहीं है। जो काम करना है वो इतना तहे दिल से करो। Work is worship is also said by him, right? So पूजा अर्चा करके टाइम बर्बाद करके उससे मुझे सक्सेस मिलेगी ये करने से अच्छा है काम में ही पूजा समझो। So that is how spirituality is to be taken. और जब मैंने गुरु बोला, गुरु होना चाहिए क्योंकि गुरु हमेशा तुमको एक कुछ ना कुछ गाइडेंस हमेशा देता है एंड यू हैव समबडी टू फॉल बैक। या तो एक बहुत अच्छा दोस्त होना चाहिए, कोई नहीं तो वो दोस्त में भी गुरु ही रहता है ना? तो इट्स नॉट नेसेसरीली कि कहीं जाके दीक्षा ही लेना है और गुरु बनना है, या इनको ये मेरे गुरु बनता है, ये बहुत मिल जाते हैं, है ना? तो उनके पीछे पड़ने में मतलब नहीं है, बट देयर हैज टू बी समवन who can guide you on the right path. That is very, very important. So spirituality is something which is other than your regular this thing, which helps in your bad times and where you can lean to.
So my question for you is, when you look at your college life and when you look at our college life, even your daughter's college life, what would you say is the thing that you had the privilege to enjoy, but all of us don't know that it exists? या कॉलेज में ऐसा क्या है जो आपने एक्सपीरियंस किया होगा या
बहुत बड़ा फर्क है। मुझे कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन दिखता है, बहुत बड़ा कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन दिखता है कि आज के जमाने के इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेजेस में अटेंडेंस तो बहुत ज्यादा मायने रखती है, बट मैंने देखा मेरी बेटी इंजीनियर कैसे बन गई। कभी नाइट आउट नहीं किया, कभी पढ़ाई नहीं की। आई रिमेम्बर आई यूज्ड टू हॉक लाइक एनीथिंग। मैं भी बता रहा था कि जैन टू जून हमारी रातें मतलब दिन हुआ करते थे, इतनी पढ़ाई करनी पड़ती। अदरवाइज इट वाज़न्ट इजी टू पास द एग्जाम। आज तो कोई फेल ही नहीं होता इतना, मेरे को हर कोई पास होता है और पढ़ाई तो करते। मैंने मेरी डॉटर को कभी नहीं देखा, टू बी वेरी फ्रैंक। मतलब नाइट आउट तो भूल ही जाओ। ऐसे इंजीनियर्स बन रहे हैं, मुझे सही में डाउट होता है। Maybe they are because of the attendance, you are getting lot of exposure in your classes, उसी से पढ़ाई होती है और हमको कंपनसेट करना पड़ा होगा। I don't know, you know the truth, but ठीक है, हमने जो 7 महीने की enjoyment थी, I really doubt जो क्लासेस बंक करते थे हम लोग, क्योंकि हमारे अभी तब ओनली आजकल जैसे सेमेस्टर हुआ करते हैं वैसे सेमेस्टर नहीं थे, ईयरली एग्जाम्स थी। तो सेमेस्टर मतलब जिसको बैक आया उसको वो विंटर में एग्जाम देना पड़ता था, बाकी सब लोगों को ईयर टू ईयर ही देना पड़ता था। तो हम लोग उनके शौक में कि ये बच्चों को बेचारों को अभी इस विंटर में एग्जाम देना है तो 2 महीने का कॉलेज बंद कर दो, ये करके हम कॉलेज बंक किया करते थे, सो दैट उनको वक्त मिले उनके विंटर एग्जाम के लिए। लोग बेचारे फेल करा दिए गए। आजकल कोई फेल होता नहीं, सब पास होता। तो वो हमारे लिए हमेशा we used to have lot of fun। जैसे अभी ये सब प्रोग्राम हम लोग बड़े-बड़े बहुत festivals ये organize करते थे, you also do it, but पढ़ाई wise I feel there's a big difference.
So it was very enlightening session for us, and it it gives us a lot of knowledge, not only practical but the spiritual knowledge. Thank you, and I conclude this session.
Thank you.
It was a wonderful session, sir. Now I would like to request Neha Karsima to present Mr. Vivek Deshpande with a symbol of our gratitude. As we move towards the end of this session, I would like to invite our President, Rotaract Sahil Brahmi, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Rotaract Sahil Brahmi. On behalf of the Rotaract Club of GCU and my team at Adhyaaya, would like to express my sincere gratitude for everyone for making this program a success. I would like to thank Mr. Vivek Deshpande sir for gracing us with his presence on this occasion. He also motivated us, gave us insights, and a lot more to think about and implement in our life by sharing his experience. I would like to thank all the volunteers who kept supporting us in organizing this event. And last but not the least, I would also like to thank our audience for being such an interactive fun and making this session such a success. Thank you so much, everyone.